Oak. Guys, you're audible. We are starting with the programming concepts here. Can you hear me?
Uh,
Yeah. So,
yeah,
as a
I can
history,
hear
we
you.
have seen that Java was designed by James Gosling and team in from 1995 and 92 to 95. 95 it was named as Oak, and why it was named as Oak, and now why it is named as Java. What is the logo of Java? Any idea?
Logo is a coffee symbol, coffee cup.
Yeah. Why do we have that coffee, or why it was changed from Oak to Java? Any idea about it?
No, sir.
No, right? Okay. So as an assignment question, take it. So it's very simple. That first project of Java, first project was named as Oak. Oak is a tree, kind of a tree in US or foreign countries. Other than you'll find it in India also some parts. So he named the project as Oak, and they released it. And they had to make some changes to release it in the market, and then so that people will be using it as an open source, or it will flourish. Then second version of the same project, they had to name it as Java. Java is an island. Okay, Java is an island nearby to the East Asian countries nearby Indonesia, or what you call Malaysia. Where there you can find it in maps as a Java. Now the interesting part here is that most of the developers have coffee. They drink coffee. They work on the code. They develop something, right? And he wanted a name. He wanted a logo for the project. Logo for the project he's working on. So whatever he could find nearby, out of his window, he found trees. So oak tree, he has named it, and he the developers or the James Gosling basically most of the developers have coffee, tea, so that they can uh, refresh their brain and start coding and develop something, right? So in this way, he found out that okay, this coffee, what he likes, comes from the island of Java, so he named it as Java, and the symbol is also the coffee mug. Okay, in the syllabus for the core Java, we will be covering what is control statements, arrays, strings. Then we'll be going for the class concepts, object-oriented inheritance, interface package, exception handling, stream thread networking, and JDBC. Okay, so let us take some things here. We'll be doing most of the things through the command prompt for the next 3 days. We'll be um, doing hands-on in this concept of using the command prompt to compile and run. So here, let me go to the workspace, Java class file, and your batch is, let me open new folder. This is 7. Seven batch. Okay, let's start with the first program. Okay, we have done the first hello world program. So always we have one thing called as a import. We'll have the package, but for now we'll keep it as import java.io dot star or lang dot star, which is by default. If you, even if you don't write lang, it will be included. And these are the packages that are present in the JDK. Okay, and you'll. This is the basic hello world program, and the name of the file, the name of the file and the class shall be same. We have the public static void main, which I will explain you why do we always write. Yes, can you hear me? It's totally mute.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so I saved it as hello world txt file. You need to save as first hello world dot java. Okay, always make sure this below thing is selected as all files. Okay, first hello dot java. Now going to the place where we have stored this Java file, open the command prompt cmd from here. Make sure you have Java installed. Java hyphen hyphen version is the command which Java hyphen hyphen version. Anitra is the version hyphen version is the command which will give you the actual version of the Java which is installed. Okay, CLS will clear the screen of the command prompt. Now you see that there is hello world and the text file. Use Java C, okay, and first hello world dot Java to compile it. Let's see, there is no compiler error. To run it, first hello world dot. You don't need to give dot class file, and you can see there is a hello world. And yesterday also we have seen this concept where it is generating the dot class file. If you open this dot class file, you won't be able to read it because this is system readable. It is binary format there. Okay, dot class file. Now here we'll go for the next concept of next classes. That is, let me open Java file. Here you have your there is something called as a data types. Okay, data types are like in category of having you have the data type in Java as short byte int long.
Float.
Yeah, Madhu, can you hear me?
Float.
Yep.
Float. Yes, sir.
Short byte int long and double.
Float.
Yeah, Madhu,
Okay.
you are able to hear me? Is there any network issue?
Yes, sir. Yes. No, sir.
No, right? Yeah. Double you won't char. Okay, I'll take one example here. So I'm storing a character simple ch is equals to, I'll store it as a. Okay, so here in your hard disk, when your actual program is running, it will start executing from this java.io.star lang.star class. Starts reading, okay, the class has started, this is public, this is the main class. And when this line is executed, it will go and store character let's take an example, a in your hard disk. Okay, in your hard disk it will go and store. And then what is the next instruction? Next instruction is to print it on the screen. So if you take an example in the print, whenever there is whenever this program is getting executed, the first line when it is getting executed, nothing is happening. Lang, all the packages from the lang are added here. Then it comes to know from the word class, that class, this is the class and class has started public, this is the main function. When it comes to character, then when your whole program is getting executed, each and every line is getting executed, when this is called as the data type. The type of the data is character. So it will go to your hard disk and store a. Your hard disk will have a small place to store a, and address of it is, let's keep it as in a general example as plot number 101. Plot number 101 in your hard disk, it is storing at a. Okay, now when, and the second instruction is like system.out.print. That means it prints something on your screen, and here the output is on the command prompt. So compile let's compile first dot java, and let's run it, Java hello world. But it is printing the same hello world because we are asking to print same hello world. Now let's change and access the value of char is, okay, plus ch. Let's recompile and run So what does it print? The value of character is A. Why we have stored it as A. Okay. Now let's uh, store B. CH 2, and I'm again other char value is plus CH2. Okay, let's recompile, run again. So what does it print? The value of character is. Did it print A? Yes, it printed, but little space you need. If you give space here, it will print again. So the value of character is A. Why? Because CH is the value in your hard disk which is storing as A. So while this line is getting compiled or executed, it is getting executed, not compiled. It will store it in your hard disk as A, CH as A, CH2 as B. Now you are asking the Java to print something what is written here and then get the value from your hard disk CH and print it here. Another print whatever is written here. Now plus means get the value from the hard disk and print it here. Okay, let's see if I change any. Then you have another data type which is called int. Okay, integer. You have two kinds of data types. One is non-numeric and numeric. So is this numeric or non-numeric, guys?
Non-numeric.
Non-numeric. And now let's go to a diagram which will says numeric and non-numeric example. So you have data types which are non-numeric and numeric. Okay, in the non-numeric you will have character. Okay, in the numeric you will have the first numeric which is byte. Okay, then you will have short, int. Any idea what are these things? Long,
Start.
double, float and double. Okay, and you also have something as boolean which says the true or false or 1 and 0, or 1 and 0. Now let me know what is true. Is it 0 or 1?
True is one, sir.
True is 1. Yeah, so false and true. So we use this naming. Byte means it is very small. You can the range of the byte is minus 127 to 127 positive, 126 to 127. We have it in the PPT. Okay, short is 32,676. This exact number 676 to positive 32,000. So if you want to store something, okay, character is like you can store any character, but that should have single quotes. Okay, am I forgetting anything? Byte, short, int, long, double, float, and you have this character as a non-numeric. Is there any other thing? So let's take an example of each. So I'm storing byte,
String, sir.
string. Yeah, because C++, others that have string as a data type. In Java, I'll explain you why it is not under data type. Okay, byte B is equals to, which is numeric, right? I'm storing 12 here. Okay, and again I'm printing the value of the byte. So how can I print inside the quotes? Whatever you write, it will be printed. Value of byte is plus. What should I write?
B.
Print byte B, right? So let's recompile. Always we need to recompile and then run again. So what does it say? Value of byte is. So value spelling is wrong. Whatever you write inside this is going to print. So we say today is Sunday and value of byte is. So will it print the same? Yes, it has to, because we recompiled it. So today is Sunday and value of byte is 12. How is it getting 12? I'm just writing B, right? I'm writing as B. So while this is getting executed, just like you read some instructions, you have a pad in front of you, and there is a lot of instructions like get up from bed and book some tickets, book the car, check the diesel if you're going on a trip. If all those are instructions, now this instruction is also Java based. So first you compile. When you compile, what is happening is this whole instructions that you have written in Java in a plain English, right? First, it gets compiled to byte file. Okay, a simple intermediate, not keep it as byte, intermediary file. This intermediary file is given to JVM, and this JVM will actually give it to the system computer and then your output. This computer takes it input as this your source code, whatever you have written in English, right? This is a high level. Now you need to convert it to low level. This low level is getting converted with the help of a JVM, and then computer is taking. When you're converting to low level, that is dot class file. So let's go to this. This is the dot class file. If you open this, you won't be able to read it. So this is given to the computer. Okay. Now why I'm always giving the basics is that whatever you write here, so the first line, if you see the code, the first line is getting executed. In the this line this line is actually in the low level getting converted. Okay, this line another the meaning of it, then the meaning of this is also getting converted to machine language, the meaning of this with the help of the JVM. Okay, now when it comes to character ch is equals to a, it goes in when this is getting executed in the computer, right? In the computer, all this is getting executed, it goes to the system and store it in the hardware a. So this is while getting executed A, and then ch, what is ch? Some box from your hard disk. The address is the ch, and inside it is A as stored. Then the next line when it is getting executed, ch2. So ch2 it is, and it is storing B. Now this is byte, right? So it is storing another value as type is a byte B and 12. Now when these lines are getting executed, it is storing in the hard disk. Now, what I'm asking the Java to do, system.out.print, print this and get the value of B and print it on the screen. So when system.out.print is happening, it is going to the monitor, that is the command prompt, okay, and then printing something. These three lines will not print anything. Something back. It is storing the values. Now system.out.print, it knows that okay, I have to print it on the command prompt or printing on anyway, because system.out.print will always print it on the screen command prompt here. So today is Sunday, it will print everything. It will print this as on the screen as today is Sunday, and it won't print B. Will it print B?
No.
It will get the value of B. So it will go to the value of B as 12, and then it will print it on the screen. Okay. Then what I have written system.out value of char is ch. So it will print value of char is c. It won't print ch. It will go to ch wherever is written. This is ch2. This is ch. It will copy this value, print it on the screen. So that's the reason we are printing as ch. Then you have another data type, that is short. Short s is equals to, I'll keep it as 32,007 cents. Okay. Now let's print short. Copy this. Today's Sunday, value of short is s. Let's recompile. But what is the error? Now you see who is giving this error. Who is giving this error, saying that short this value 32,000 is not 32,000, it's nearly 3 lakhs. So you will reduce the number. Again, So who is you have an error. It is saying incompatible type possible loosely conversion from int to strong short. Sorry, int to short. So this is saying that it is a type of int, but you are assigning to short. What is the solution for this? As an assignment question, take it as a hint is nearly type conversion. Okay. As an assignment question, Guna, please take this assignment question and try to solve it. And in the next class, however, we have type conversion. I'll show you how to. Okay. Let's take integer. Integer. I'll take the value as Guna. Okay. And I'm storing some value, some random value, and I'm printing it. Int is integer integer is guna. Everything is fine. No Java C it and Java first. So today is Sunday. Value of byte it is getting that. Today is Sunday and the integer value it is getting the same value that is there. Now you have seen that we are using int to store integer. We are using byte to store integer type of things. We are also using four different types. That is byte, short, int, and long. Long also. We'll take one example. Okay, we have 10 more minutes. So we'll take long. Long. We'll take Madhu as the variable name. Okay, and I'm storing something as L. Okay, and let's take the value as here long is, and it is saying MADHU. Okay, Java C, it compiled Java. So today's Sunday value of byte is 12. Today's Sunday value of long is this much only. And let's increase the value of long, some more random value. Yes, it will fetch that value also. It is very big. Okay, sorry, it went very big. Okay, so it is printing that value which is in Arabs after the close. Okay, so when do you use which one? When do you use byte? When do you use long? When do you use int? Okay, let's go to our PPT. See, these are the data types. Byte is taking the value. If you have the value consideration which is only from minus 127 to 128, you use byte. Short will be from minus 32,000 to 32. If let's integer will be from 2 to the power of 31 minus to positive. Long will be taking minus 2 to the power of 62. Float is, I'll tell you what is the difference between these four and float and double. Now you have seen in the source code that I am storing only whole numbers. But if I store anything like point, 0.09 and print it, which is integer as Guna. Okay. So let's recompile it. Let's see what does it print. It is saying that I cannot store any integer value. Integer is a whole value, right? And this is decimal. So what is the solution for this one? Any idea?
We have to use float or double.
Float or double, exactly. Now when do you use float, when do you use double? If you have precision, four spaces precision, four pointer, that means if your value is 22.12345.6, so and you have used float as the data type, if you print, it will print 22.1234, and after 4, if it is 5 and 6, if there is no guarantee that it will print 5 or 6, it can change the value, or it won't store it also. So there are chances in that way. Now if your value is that, see, some of their applications are very critical, stock market where point value is, percentage is also very important. If you are making a application for the Spencers, for the Reliance or any supermarket, and you have used integer as the total value, which is always storing whole value only. but every item will be like 7.99 rupees or 8.99, 80.99 rupees, 100.970. So in this way, what happens is that every time it is getting stored, you are removing that extra point because you have used the data type as integer. In the total also, so each and every item, the because of your application, the owner is losing some value, 1 rupee or $1, right? In the total also, it is losing some value, 1 rupee or $1. So you should use float and double for some of the critical applications, complex applications, and if it is a whole number, there you can use the integer or long or short. Now when to use long, short, integer, byte, anything extra parameters you will can you tell me? You need to check. You're getting it, guys? Or you're catching up? Any doubts?
No, sir.
No,
No,
right?
sir, no.
Yeah. So I'll give you one more example here. So I'm taking integer c is equals to a plus b. Okay, and I'm giving a as integer, a is equals to 90. Sorry, spelling mistake. And integer b is equals to some value. Now what will be the value of c? Let's recompile and run it. Integer b, one. Variable b is already defined. Okay, see, some of the things in Java you need to take care that the naming of this character, the name of this variable b, okay, those are called as a naming conventions. What is the naming convention? The name of this class is shall always start with capital. I cannot keep it as small f, okay, or I cannot start it with a number 23. Always it should be a capital one only. The naming convention for this variable is also, so as an assignment question, take get all the naming conventions in Java, okay, so that we make it as a small Word document and get me the naming conventions of all the things like variables, class names, file names, function names, package names, okay. So Guna, I think please volunteer for writing the assignment questions and post it on the chat as well as on the WhatsApp group. Okay, fine with that?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So here, the naming conventions in Java is very important. The character, I can keep it as C, but integer Guna, it's a name, right? It's a noun. It doesn't look good writing a name. Integer value, I can keep it as some value as the name. Okay. Now the name of one variable A is 90, another is B. I cannot use this same B in the next files because what will happen while compiling it will store it as B. One of the spaces on the hard disk is storing as B. Then it stores value Madhu. Then again it will come to know, okay, another hard disk value I need to keep B. No, that doesn't happen in Java. We need to keep B2 or any other value which is not same as B. So let's take instead of changing this one, I will change the value, delete here. Okay, compile again, value integer. Yeah. So let's delete this also. Compile, no errors. Okay, so the value of C is 879. Value of C is 879. Let's take simple values 1 and 3. What should it print, guys?
4.
4. Got it? So you're storing some things in the hard disk. Again, it is going to the hard disk, getting the value of A, they are adding it and then assigning it. Okay. So these are the data types. Now, because of this line, how much of See, you have one concept called as somebody is making a game, same PUBG, which is a 4 GB. Somebody is making the same PUBG, not 4 GB, but a mobile. Let's take it 700 MB, and somebody is making the same PUBG game with same looks, feels, and same performance, but it is only 200 KB. One is 700 KB, one is 200 KB. Which one will you download?
The one with less.
Whichever is the less, because it will be downloaded in your mobile and you can play it, and then you can have a extra space. So the same code, okay, is taking. So how is the code actually taking some space? That means this data type is taking some space, this data type is taking some space, this bracket is taking some space, this line is taking some space. Now, not sure about these lines in Java, but because of character, there some bytes of values are being taken because of this character, because of this long. It is taking 8 byte of value. It's there in the PPT. That means you have the PPT. Byte will take one. Is it byte or bit? How many bits makes 1 byte? See, in a very simple way. Okay, I have very less than a minute. We'll continue in the other link. Okay, we'll take a 5 to 10 minutes break.